Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Antonio Trocoli making his UFC debut and taking on Ikram Aliskerov. Trocoli was supposed to make his debut a month ago, but the fight fell through with Umar C, I believe, because of visa issues. So here he is now. Hopefully, he makes it in the octagon on Saturday with nothing stopping him. But if he does, I don't think it's going to work out too well for him because Ikram Aliskerov is an even tougher matchup than Umar C. Ikram Aliskerov is a bona fide, really good fighter, and that's the reason he's a 9-1 favorite, which seems kind of crazy, but whatever. I can't really argue with it. I don't know what my argument would be. He should be a minus 750 favorite. You idiots. I'm not betting on him anyway, and I toss a few back. Maybe I'd bet on Trocoli, but I don't see a path to victory for him. He's a guy that I think can be shut out by the grappling of Ikram Aliskerov. And on the feet, Ikram is better on the feet. It's not like he's the sharpest striker on the planet, but he's good enough. He's shown to have good pop in his punches, and he's got more to offer than Trocoli, who's a sloppier mess on the feet. Trocoli is huge. He's 6'5", so he's Johnny Walker walking around at middleweight, but he lacks the danger of Johnny Walker. He's just not such a dangerous guy. The best thing for him is to get on top of his opponent, and he's got a good submission game. He's the boyfriend of Mackenzie Dern, by the way. You son of a bitch. But I don't think he's got much to offer Ikram Aliskerov at all. I think his only path to victory is knocking Aliskerov out with a one punch, with a one punch knockout, kind of like Khamzat Chimaev did. That's the one guy that's beaten Ikram Aliskerov. He was knocked out by Khamzat Chimaev with an uppercut in Brave FC, which I love Brave FC because all their fights are on YouTube. Most of them, anyway. Can't find that Geraldo fight for Aliskerov. But Trocoli, he's been defeated 3 times. Once I was not able to see. That's his last loss, which is a doctor stoppage or some sort of stoppage between rounds 2 and 3. Maybe he was injured. Maybe he just got tired and gave up. I don't know. But the other 2 losses I have seen, and they're to good fighters, UFC fighters. Jacob Volkman, if you remember him, he was a very good fighter, just a very boring fighter. So the UFC was happy to get rid of him, even though he had a winning record. But that guy was a smothering wrestler, and that's what he did to Trocoli. Really dominated him on the ground. And the other loss was to Diego Lima, who had a few stints in the UFC. Very good fighter himself. And he was able to win the same type of way, but he didn't really get Trocoli to the ground. He kind of just pinned him against the cage. He got him down a few times, but it was mostly a clinch fest, and Trocoli was just pinned. He wasn't able to do much there, and he was outgunned, just really being controlled and ridden by Diego Lima. And that alone is enough for me to pick Ikram Aliskerov to win. Ikram Aliskerov is a force on the ground. He's a really strong wrestler and grappler, and he's got a great Kimura, which is responsible for a good chunk of his submission victories, and he's beaten some decent guys with it too. But I don't think he's going to go through Trocoli in the same way. It's possible he does, but Trocoli's got a big, long frame. I think at first, anyway, he's going to be controlling Trocoli and trying to chip away at him with ground and pound. Maybe he can chip away at him enough to put him away with some sort of finish. I mean, he's a minus 900 favorite. He probably should finish him. But a decision where he smothers Trocoli also wouldn't surprise me, especially because I haven't seen Trocoli get finished. I know he was finished, but I don't know what it looks like. So the pick is Ikram Aliskerov. I think there's so much upside with him to the point where this is just a bad matchup. This one, I don't know if Trocoli took this fight on short notice or if Aliskerov did or whatever. I know Trocoli had this fight fall out a month ago, but yeah, this one is as big a mismatch as it looks like on paper. Trocoli's one path to victory is a lucky punch, but I don't think he's going to be winning with his 6'5" frame. He's going to be bullying Ikram Aliskerov, It's not going to happen. I think Ikram will be the faster guy. He'll be the much sharper athlete, and I think he'll be the much more controlling grappler. So Ikram Aliskerov is the pick. I'm staying away from this till I get drunk, toss a few back, and decide to start betting on Antonio Trocoli, whom I just told you had no chance to win. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.